5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Actually, I'm going to take a comment. So I just put up this video earlier today. And I was talking about how guys are comfortable losing in the game or just being mediocre. You understand? Because I put out a video yesterday also. I was commenting on Aber and Preacher's video where they saw my Kevin Samuels and they was talking about, you know, oh, I'm too busy to fuck with a girl because I'm busy making this money, so I ain't got time and yada yada yada, all that other stupid shit. Right now, you know. Somebody in the comment section is a dude named Living a Life of Abundance. He be commenting a lot. And the funny part is when I see his comments, and shout out to him, this is no like dig on you, but I just think this is funny. He always says a lot of like quote unquote like red pill type of sayings and stuff, you know, like quotes that sound sexy, but it's not really about nothing. So he wrote a comment that said, "A man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure." And I'm like, my nigga, stop. And it was funny because somebody responded to him and he said, this other person said, if you flip it, it still sounds ridiculous. Because if you can say a man who lacks pleasure distracts himself with purpose, right? Now either way you put it, it sounds stupid. Now, this is the thing. If you're talking about a man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure, right? What you're essentially saying is that your purpose is separate from pleasure. Like purpose is just this thing I do and I have to do and it's work and it's not really pleasurable. So, you know, I don't have a purpose, so I'm just going to distract myself with all this pleasure. Shouldn't your purpose be your pleasure? Shouldn't it be your pleasure to be doing your purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, see, when dudes be saying shit, they don't be thinking about what the shit means that they say. Because if you're saying a person who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure, right? You're saying that first I'm distracting myself, right, from the purpose to do this other thing, which is the pleasure. So you're basically saying that there is no pleasure in your purpose. And my thing is, if there's no pleasure in me fulfilling my purpose or doing the thing that I feel is purposeful, why the fuck am I doing it? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you be following your purpose or being on your purpose if there's no pleasure in it?
Touche, Mr. Locario.
It doesn't make sense. But see, this is what I'm saying with the fucking, with dudes be talking shit, and I'm just like, what are y'all really saying though about the shit that you're saying? Like, and then this is the funny part. So even in that same comment section of this video, this other dude, he said this. He said this, and this is what I find funny. This is another guy named Doug Peterson in the comments. He says, your scenarios won't work for most men. Why? Because most men aren't good-looking black guys who used to model for Polo jeans, who live in New York City where there's lots of promiscuous women. They will never admit this, but most men never have women hitting on them. They get no choosing signals, and they get rejected heavy. They have figured out the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Yo, shame on y'all niggas, man. Like, yo, why is it that dudes come up with every other excuse as to why they can't make shit happen? They come up with a new excuse every day. Like, nigga.
It's coping. It's coping, bro. You know it.
Listen, if y'all niggas want to be rich, I'm gonna tell y'all that this is a super money maker. Come out with a book called The Book of Excuses or the Excuse Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Something like that, where there's a bunch of excuses for niggas to pinpoint. So whenever you tell niggas, listen, you got to step up your game. But let me look at my book of excuses so that I don't got to do shit. Like, what the fuck?
Or no, what's the better title? The better title is Why It's Not Your Fault.
Exactly. Facts. Facts. Because like, yo, this guy said, oh, well, the stuff you teach is not going to work because you're not me. So okay, so if I learn business from Gary V or fucking Grant Cardone or somebody, you understand what I'm saying? So right. You trying to tell me whatever Grant Cardone or Gary V is teaching is only going to help them? You know what I'm saying? They haven't taught anybody else to make money. So like, it just doesn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So you're trying to tell me that if I hire a personal trainer, it makes no sense to hire that personal trainer because he can't teach me about fitness and eating right and you know, creating the type of body I want because I'm not him? Like, it doesn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these dudes always look for excuses. I'm just like, yo, why is this the thing? Why is the thing? They look for excuses and then they harp on a lot of red pill, quote unquote, sayings and like catchphrases and shit to make them feel good about their situation. Because even that quote again, where the dude said, a man who lacks purpose distracts himself with pleasure. What he's basically saying is, well, since I have trouble getting women, I can use this quote to justify not having to even deal with women because I don't know how to get them. So instead of having to face the fact that I can't get them, I can uphold the purpose so that I can just fall on that so I don't have to deal with my issues when it comes to women. Because if I'm on my purpose, then I have no time for the pleasure. You understand? It's not that I don't want the pleasure. I don't know how to get the pleasure. So I'm going to sort of disdain the pleasure. See, again, I talked about this in the other video. I said in the 48 Laws of Power, they have a chapter that talks about, you know, ignore things you can't have. And this is what a lot of these guys are doing. They feel they can't have women. So they're like, fuck women. I'm going MGTOW. I'm being on my purpose. I'm this and I'm that. And it's like, they're trying to make it seem like they're beneath that shit. But the reality is that these niggas want it more. They want it more than anybody because they're not getting it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, instead of working on themselves to get the thing that they know they want, they want to pretend that they don't care and I have better things to do than deal with. I have no time. I'm just so busy on my purpose and making all this money and doing a bunch of shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
I mean, the truth really is that life is all about balance.
Exactly.
Life is all about balance. See, and that's why I feel like a lot of the shit that these guys talk about, it can get like the young mind just discovering this market, like shit that we call game and
right.
Red pill, all of that. Like when they come into the market, and it's so easy for them to catch on to these catchphrases.
Right.
You understand? And it can be very dangerous. You understand? Because truth be told, we was the ones that was talking about being on your purpose.
Exactly. We was the ones that was, because I think the only person that might have said something about purpose was Corey Wayne. And I think he only said it like in 1 or 2 videos, if that was the case. And he wasn't really like going in on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We was talking about being on your purpose eons ago. And then these little niggas ran with it. But when we talked about it, we were still considering that you have to being on your purpose was the point of being on your purpose was basically like it was a segue to you figuring out who you are as a man.
Exactly.
So when you meet a woman, you would be about something. And then once you're about something, you would have something to incorporate her into.
Right.
Or not just her, not just the one woman, but all the women. Any woman that you talk to, you would at least have something for them to fit into. So if it's your schedule, if it's your attention, if it's your time, whatever it is, it's like, well, I have a purpose. I have something that I'm doing. So I can, of course, we can meet up for a drink and we could meet up to have sex, but understand that, hey, after we finish fucking, I got to go do this.
Right.
So, hey, you want to come with me to go do this? Because this is something that I also have to do. Just like I want to meet up with you and have sex, I also have some other things in my life that I'm doing. Why? Because I'm on my purpose. Exactly. Niggas took it the pussy route.
Right.
It's like, whoa, since I'm on my purpose, I don't have time for women, and that's why I don't get women.
Right. Exactly. Facts. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to address something that you said in the video as well. And you know, it's a good thing this is gonna be on the Patreon because niggas might get in trouble. I'm gonna
clip it. I'm gonna clip it and put this on YouTube. Go ahead.
But what I want to also address is when you were talking about the whole idea of the high value man,
right?
Which is also something that we've been talking about,
right? But way back. You see what I'm saying?
You understand? But again, you made the point to say that even the idea of thinking of or the phrase high value man, it puts you in it can put you in a mind state to think that something else is low value.
Right.
So it's like so you're saying, oh well, there's a high value man over here, but this other guy for whatever reason is low value.
Exactly, because you can't have high value unless something else is low value.
And that can be dangerous because I said it the other day. The phrase itself, high value man, gives niggas an excuse to just look at the paradigm of the high value man and say, well, I don't have this, and I don't have this, so therefore I'm low value, and that's why I'm not getting women.
Right, exactly, right. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not my fault.
Right.
I'm just not high value enough.
Exactly right.
Another chapter of the book. You know, we should come up with that fucking book. We should release that fucking book.
Exactly.
Excuses why it's somebody put it together. The book of excuses why it's not your fault.
Exactly right.
You understand? And I'm not saying this to come at anybody. I'm just pointing out the realities of language and how the young impressionable minds. Because we got to remember. This is why I said this on the anti-hero show the other day. We have to remind ourselves that new young minds, and it could be any age type nigga.
Right.
If you don't know game, your mind is still young. You understand? Right. But the point I'm trying to make is that new young minds are coming into the fold every day. These guys are getting over a divorce. They just got dumped by a bitch. They just made it to college and they trying to figure out how to fuck these hoes. And they go on a computer and they type in, how do I relate to females? And somewhere along the way, they might find their way to our videos. And these motherfuckers will ask us the what we consider the most elementary type of question.
Right.
You understand? Because these guys they just coming into the frame. Like when dudes on our level talk about high value men, we have an understanding of what that means. And when you go to the content creator and you put in that and you see that phrase and you hear that content creator talking about it, guys like us, we know what that means.
Right.
Because like I said, we've been talking about it since way before. So it's whatever. The new kid coming in, he's looking at it and he's like, oh, so they're high value men and they are, and that's what women want.
Right.
And so I'm not making this amount of money. I'm not fit. I'm not this. I'm not that. Oh, so that's why I'm not getting women. Okay. I got my answer now. Now it's time to just go MGTOW, or now it's time to just give up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm saying, and not every man will think, not every kid will think like that, but there are some that will. And that can be very dangerous.
Right.
Because like I said, it's always easier for the average human to choose the path of least resistance. And that's the path of least resistance. They'll just be willing to say, hey, I'm not this, and this. I'm not a Chad. I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Tyrone, or I'm not making six figures. Then fuck it. Then that's the reason why I'm not getting no bitches, and case closed. I'm going to just go live a life of involuntary celibacy or MGTOW or whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? That's the danger in it. That's why we have to cater to the new guys coming in as well as the guys who've been with us for a while.
Right.
You understand? And realize that we're trying to educate everybody. We're trying to put game on for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we continue to, because a lot of niggas, you know, it be some rogue type niggas and some niggas that just want to start trouble. It'd be like, yo, Locario, Miles, why y'all be repeating yourself?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Or yo, why y'all wasting time spitting game for these remedial niggas?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've literally seen comments like that in the chat. And no shade to the chat. We love y'all. But what I'm saying is, you have to remember that there's new guys coming in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's new guys coming in all the time.
Right.
This is a marathon, nigga. This is a fucking marathon. If you're watching me right now, we're not just spitting game for you.
Right.
We're spitting game for your younger brother. We're spitting game for your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? For that nigga down the street who don't know shit about bitches.
Right.
That nigga down the street who don't know shit about himself because he didn't grow up with a father or something like that.
Right.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. I got three dudes that I'm cool with.
Mm.
All three of them grew up with no father.
Right.
And these dudes, I mean, if they watching this, they know who the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say their names and put them on blast and all like that. But these niggas got issues, bro.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas got issues.
Mm.
And I seen it with my own eyes, the type of issues. And I'm not saying I don't have issues. Don't get me wrong. But there's a certain type of issue that comes with not having a father in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I'm not here to try to be your father. But what I'm saying is a lot of this information is something that your father would have put you in contact with. This is something that your father would have at least touched on in your lifetime coming up as a man.
Right.
And so that's why we're here today, because it's a lot of motherfuckers who grew up with their grandparents and their aunts and their fucking mothers only.
Mm-hmm.
Never got the time to actually hear a man speak about life in general.
Right.
You feel me? And that's real shit. So we have to keep this shit, it's a marathon. We gonna be on here for a minute.
Right.
As long as we draw in breath, we gonna be on here talking this shit, because every day it's a new dude coming in, and we can't be careless with our rhetoric and with our speech just to fucking sell subscriptions and fucking make money, bro.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. That's why I appreciate where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Look. Guys heard me say this shit that I wish we was on getting numbers like other niggas. I wish we was doing this and I wish we was doing that. But there's another side to it. Mm. I am so fucking elated and grateful and happy, and I just think it's a beautiful thing that we maintain the integrity of the game.
Right. Exactly.
You understand? We maintain exactly what we're trying to instill in these men, where we're not doing catchphrases and just making niggas think that it's some 1, 2, 3 shit. No, we're the ones that tell you it's a numbers game. We're the ones that tell you got to work hard to get what you want. We're the ones that tell you the truth of the matter. We're the ones we see how catchphrases backfire. Because I tried to tell y'all niggas about being on your purpose, and look how they took it.
Exactly. Niggas took that shit and fucking bastardized the shit.
Right. That's an example. That's a literal example right there. Where we got niggas with, and I'm not going to say no names, but these niggas got millions of subscribers following them and listening to the rhetoric and saying, oh, well, that's why I'm not getting women, because I'm on my purpose.
Right.
Oh, no, that's why I'm not getting women, because I'm just not a high value man yet.
Right.
Not realizing that if they had the right mindset, they can get whatever they want right now. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's very serious, guys. I hope y'all take this shit seriously and realize we're not just on here for bullshit purposes, bro.
Right.
Like, it's very real. It's serious. The type of issues that men have these days, the society, women, confidence, like all of this shit is real. And it's all encompassed in game.
Right.
If you don't have game, you're gonna have problems like your boy Chet Hanks and fucking what's that other kid name that keeps taking back his abusive girlfriend? Flight Reacts and
all these other goofy niggas.
DJ Academics and that's just to name a few. Y'all see that it's not about money. Y'all see that shit. Again, it's a marathon, so we gonna keep talking. It's all good.
Facts. So listen, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about why it's so hard for guys to be honest with women. All right. So you guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Thanks for watching, and make sure you click the link below or go straight to patreon.com/mr.locario so you can watch all the other Bad Boy Show episodes. And there's also exclusive stuff on the Patreon. So make sure you guys click the link below or go straight to patreon.com/mr.locario.